and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4 to test out one of the two new cars that you can win in summer season here on the festival playlist. So, one you can win is the Lexus LFA 50% completion, which I haven't quite got yet, so I will be doing a video testing out that car once I've got hold of it. But the car I have won is the Rover SD1, so if you want to unlock that you have to do the seasonal event of It's Never Over with a Rover, which as you can see is complete. So normally on these I do the intro before I go and win it, but yeah, I already have the car. I have gone in and won it already. I haven't tested it out at all, so yeah, I've got it, but I haven't tried it out, so we'll be testing it out, seeing what customization and upgrades are available on the car in a second. But before we do that, I just want to check the Forzathon shop, which I haven't checked before other than when I just brought it up by mistake a minute ago. So you can win the Apollo, you can go and get the Apollo Intensa Emozione, if that's how it's pronounced. Forzathon shop's got a lot more in it at the moment. I don't know if that's going to be a continuing thing or if that's just now. And the most interesting one we have is a 2017 Ford Focus RS pre-order car, which is only available for today. I think there's only another 10 hours on it. So by the time this video goes out, you probably don't have very long to go and get that if you do want it. So I've just bought one now, which I might try out in a future video again. But yeah, if you want that, make sure you go and get it. Otherwise, let's get on with testing out this Rover. Obviously the first Rover in the game. The event you had to do to unlock it, It's Never Over with a Rover, was a cross-country race in, yes, you guessed it, a Range Rover, because that's technically the only Rover in the game before this. So unfortunately it's dark, so I'm not going to get a brilliant look at this thing, but this is flat out. It's very fast. We're managing nearly 80 miles an hour. So yeah, interesting car to have added. Rover's not necessarily the first car you think of when you think of racing games, but yes, it is here. This was actually used by the police here in the UK back in the day, so I'm hoping there's some police car mods for this. Really hope we've got a light bar and stuff. But yeah, as you'd expect, it's not very fast stock. So we'll take it back. We'll drive back over to that house now, straight away, because it's not that exciting driving around in the dark in a underpowered car. You can't see it, you can't... well, you can hear it, you can't see it, it's not very fast. And yeah, I want to turn it into a police car, so let's go back to the house. Try and turn this thing into a police car. Make it a little bit faster, maybe. I'll probably keep the stock engine. I will look at what swaps are available, but as always with these, I kind of just improve the handling a bit, and yeah, improve the handling a bit, make it look a bit better, and I often don't really change much else. I think this could do with a bit of power, so I might upgrade the stock engine, but yeah, we'll see what's available, we'll see what paints have been done as well. And here you go, a first proper look at the car as well, because out in the dark you can't really see the thing. So, Forza Vista. Hide that. And there we go. It's quite a good looking car, actually. I do like this Rover. Can we look at everything? We can. It's got a big boot, lots of space in here, and the all-important front opening bonnet. And a lovely... is it the V8? It's got to be there was a V8 that was used in everything, from saloons to Range Rovers to sports cars. It's got to be that V8. Anyway, let's get straight into upgrades, see what's available, and see if we can turn it into a police car as well. So we've got a front splitter and a spoiler, but I can't see any police lights. Come on, Forza, you've missed out on that. That's such an obvious car to do that mod for. And I know you've got it because you've done it on several other cars. Right. So you can put in a 6.2 litre V8, 1.6 inline 4, 5.2 litre V12, and a 7.2 litre V8. And you can all-wheel drive convert it. You can also twin turbo it or supercharge it. Yeah, I don't really want to mess with any of that. We'll upgrade the tyres. Not sure I want the... I think this race is a touring car in some places as well, didn't it? I think we'll go with racing tyres without the writing on. Kind of looks better on a... the tyre writing works on a modern car, I think. We will bring out the track width a bit. It will need to be lowered, I think. It's sitting quite high up at the moment. I like those wheels, so I think we'll keep those. Do the gearbox. We're already into B class. But I think it does need some power, as well as all the usual handling bits. Let's put this on race suspension, which I will then tune and make it even lower. There's a huge car on those tiny little wheels. No, I don't want... Well, roll cage and weight reduction I don't like doing. Should go... I don't want to make it too fast, so I'm going to go sport upgrades all round where they're available. Just because otherwise we're going to end up with an S1 class Rover, which is going to be ridiculous. It might be kind of fun, but I want to keep it reasonably sensible. Where, of course, I am swapping out most of the engine still, but... There we go, middle of A class. Seems reasonable enough. For a sort of... I don't know. I just don't want a crazy faster than a supercar Rover SD1, because that feels a bit wrong. I will hopefully use this for something, maybe some B class or A class races. Okay, what? Now that AE86 is in the game, every single car has got an initial D livery. Why? Okay, we've got the classic, the jam sandwich police car. And we've also got several touring car kind of looking things. I quite like that. Oh yeah, the one off Top Gear. They didn't use a Rover SD1, did they? I know they're using old British Leyland cars. Rusty barn find, that's kind of cool. Ooh, what do we go with? I think I might try that one. Because we haven't got the police lights. I would go with the police livery, but if we haven't got the lights, I don't want to do it. I mean, we've got the police car horn still fitted to the car, so I can blast a siren at people, but I think if we go with more of a touring car build, given we've upgraded it quite a lot as well. What does that look like? I mean, that number 8 should surely be in front of this stripe, but... In systems, the established leader. Okay. Should that not say the established leader in systems? No, apparently not. Okay, I think that's the best touring car livery we're going to get, unless we spend hours making our own. So I won't do that. I did actually mean to look at manufacturer's colours first, but now we've applied that, I don't want to go into the colours and unapply it and then decide I want to reapply it, and anyway. We have our Rover touring car, which is still quite slow. Right, I think we need to go into tuning. And firstly, make it sit nice and low. Let's just drop that all the way. And secondly, we need to make the gearing much more towards acceleration. That's even worse than usual, how it's geared to... Yeah, let's go with that. I'll just sort of randomly chuck it that way a bit until it looks about right. Right, the only real way to test this is to do it from a standing start. So I'll get to this main road and then try a standing start. See if it's any better. Hello, Lexus LFA. I'm gonna go and win you later. Ready? That feels more like it. I mean, it's still not the quickest thing in the world. Obviously I could have fitted the race upgrades, done an engine swap, all of that, if I wanted to. But I wanted to keep it as close as I could to what I imagine a touring car from this era would be like. I mean, maybe we could have put the race bits on, but... Yeah, I've driven touring cars from this era on other games, like on Project Cars and stuff where they've already built it. So it feels about the right speed for something of this era.
In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
But yeah, cool classic car. Yeah, there's so many new things being added at the moment. There's the Bugatti that got added when the update came out, the Lego Bugatti Chiron, which, apologies for that video, I don't know what happened to the audio on that. It kind of desynced itself. I don't know how that managed, but I did test the audio again before making this video, so hopefully in this video everything is as it should be, and hopefully it's fixed for future videos now. But yeah, apologies for yesterday's dodgy audio quality. But yeah, this has been fun testing out the Rover SD1. I'm probably almost more interested in this car than the Lexus. I know that's a bit weird and a lot of people are going to shout at me, but I do almost prefer this. It's just, I find it more interesting, something that's a classic touring car over a... I mean, I like the Lexus LFA, but there's basically only, in my mind, only one good thing about it, which is the engine noise. The car itself, I don't particularly like the look of the thing. I mean, I'm sure it's a brilliant car, but yeah, the only thing I like about the LFA is the engine and the engine noise. But I will be coming and testing that out later, so if you're more interested in the Lexus than the Rover, I will come and try it out. I do love the car, I just find this a bit more interesting, classic touring car style thing. But yeah, I will be coming in and winning the Lexus later today. But I think that'll do it for a drive and test out of the new Rover SD1. So if you're wondering what's coming in the future, obviously we've got the Lexus LFA, which I'm going to be winning and testing out in another video today, so keep your eye out on the channel for when that comes up. But by the end of the festival, over these 4 weeks, we've got the ATS GT coming back and the E92 M3 GTS. So if you don't have either of them for whatever reason, you can go and win them again. There's the Vanquish for the trial, if you want to go through the trial, and a whole load of other cars that have come up before. But the only new cars this week are the Rover for this trial, and the Lexus for 50% overall completion. Then next week, there's nothing new. There's the Pista again and the 718 GTS again, and all of this stuff. But yeah, they made an interesting decision to only have new cars this week and in Winter Week, where we get the newly added Vulcan AMR. So we do have the standard. I know that doesn't really sound right for the Vulcan, but we do have the standard Vulcan. But if you want the AMR version, the upgrade for it, then you can go in and win that in winter for 50% overall completion. And also in winter, we have the Ford Supervan 3, which is a crazy F1 engined van, basically. So I'll definitely be going and testing those out in winter. But yeah, unfortunately means we have no new cars to test out in autumn or spring. So you're going to have 2 videos today and 2 videos in winter season, but unfortunately no new car videos in autumn or spring. There will be a video going out on that day still, but I'm going to have to think of something else. Anyway, that's been the Rover SD1. I really like this car. I hope you found it interesting as well, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. And like I say, I'll be back later today to test out the LFA once I've won that. But yeah, for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be back with the next video very soon.